In this session, we are discussing general insect body organization. It refers to the structural arrangement of an insect body part. Its mean how the insect body is divided into three main parts, that is head, thorax and abdomen, and what appendages are present in each part, and how these parts and appendages are working together to help the insect live, move, feed and reproduce. So all these things are we are discussing under general insect body organization. Simply how insect body is divided into three main parts, that is head, thorax and abdomen, and what are the appendages are present in each part and how these parts and appendages are working together is the matter which are discussable under general insect body organization. Let's see. In insect body, generally consisting of 20 segments, which are grouped into three regions, that is head region. In head region, 6 segments are there. Thorax region, in thorax region, 3 segments are there. In abdominal region, 11 segments are there. Totally it comes to 20. The insect body generally consisting of 20 segments, which are grouped into 3 distinct regions, that is head, thorax and abdomen. Then what do you mean by tagmata and tagmosis? Tagmata is equal to region, for example head region or head tagmata, thorax region or thorax tagmata. So the insect body is differentiated into 3 distinct regions are known as tagmata: head tagmata, thorax tagmata and abdomen tagmata. Each tagmata or region is composed of specific group of body segments. For example, head tagmata has 6 segments, thorax tagmata has 3 segments, abdomen tagmata has 9 to 11 segments. So grouping of body segment into a functional region. For example, head is a functional region. Here we are grouping 6 segments into a functional region, that is the head. Therefore, the grouping of body segment into a functional region is known as tagmosis. Tagmata, it is equal to region: head tagmata, thorax tagmata and abdomen tagmata. See, in abdomen 11 segments are there. So these 11 segments are combinedly are grouping this 11 segment into a functional region, that is the abdomen. Such grouping is known as tagmosis. Segmentation types. So primary segmentation and secondary segmentations are there. Primary segmentation mean the arrangement of body segments during the embryonic stage is known as primary segmentation. Then what do you mean by secondary segmentation? The modified arrangement of segment in the adult stage is known as secondary segmentation. Next, the structure of insect head. Head is the anterior most tagmata of the insect body. Head is composed of 6 segments. The head capsule is sclerotized, meaning it is covered with hard cuticular plates. The hard cuticular plates are known as sclerites. Therefore, the head capsule is sclerotized. Head is articulated with several appendages, which are very important for sensory and feeding function. Appendages such as eyes, antennae and various mouth parts. When the head capsule is considered without appendages and with only sclerite, then it is referred as cranium. The insect head is derived from 6 embryonic segments. See here region of the insect head. We can divide insect head into two regions, that is procephalon and gnatocephalon. Procephalon, it is the anterior part of the head, contain the eyes and antenna responsible for sensory function. Next is the gnatocephalon. This is the posterior part of the head, bear the mouth parts. Gnato mean mouth parts, responsible for feeding. See here 6 segment of insect head. So ocular segment, antennal segment, intercalary segment, mandibular segment, maxillary segment, and labial segment. So totally 6 segments are there in insect head: ocular, antennal, intercalary, mandibular, then after maxillary and labial segments. Head appendages. The head is consisting of following appendages such as eyes, compound eyes and simple eye, antenna and mouth parts. Under mouth parts, labrum, mandible, maxillae, labium, epipharynx and hypopharynx are there. We will discuss in detail about this mouth part in the mouth parts chapter. Function of the insect head. It responsible for feeding, sensory perception, and coordination of the responses. Feeding through specialized mouthpart, sensory perception through eyes, antenna, and pulp, coordination of the responses due to the presence of brain inside the insect head. Sclerate and suture of insect head. The insect head capsule is formed by the union of several cuticular plates are known as sclerates. See here, vertex is the one sclerate, frons is the another sclerate, gena is the another sclerate. So, several sclerate combinedly form a structure is the head capsule. And these sclerates are held together, are joined together by means of cuticular lines or ridges known as suture. See here, frons and gena are get connected by means of cuticular line or ridges is known as suture. A suture is a linear invagination of the exoskeleton present between two sclerate. Next is the neck or cervix. The head is connected to the thorax by means of a membranous region is known as neck or cervix. The cervical membrane is flexible, allowing the free movement of the insect head. Next is the thorax. Thorax, this is the second or middle tagmata of insect body. Anterior most tagmata is the head and middle tagmata of insect body is the thorax. It is a highly musculated region responsible for locomotion due to the presence of wings and legs in this region. It is divided into prothorax, mesothorax, and metathorax. Sclerate of each thoracic segment. Dorsal sclerate is known as notum or tergum. Lateral sclerites are known as pleura, and ventral sclerite is known as sternum. Appendages on the thorax. Two pairs of wings are there, that is in meso and metathorax. These two segments together known as pterothorax. Pterothorax mean mesothoracic segment and metathoracic segment commonly known as pterothorax due to this segment bearing two pairs of wings. Three pairs of legs, one pair on each thoracic segments is there, that is foreleg, mid-leg and hind leg. Foreleg is present in prothorax, mid-leg is present in mesothorax, hind leg is present in metathorax. There are two pair of spiracles also there. See in mesothorax one pair and metathorax is another pair. Spiracles are the respiratory opening present on the lateral side of the insect body. They are particularly located on pleural sclerite of mesothorax and metathorax. Function of thorax: primarily responsible for locomotion due to the presence of wings as well as three pairs of legs. So next, tagmata or region. The third and posterior tagmata of insect body is the abdomen. It is composed of 9 to 11 segments are known as uromeres. The abdomen is highly flexible, which is essential for copulation and oviposition. Each abdominal segment consisting of dorsal body plate is known as tergum and ventral body plate is known as sternum. There is no pleura in the abdominal region. Therefore, the spiracles are located on the dorsolateral region of the tergum. Here, the spiracle will be located. In grasshopper, there are 8 pairs of spiracles are located on the first 8 abdominal segment along with a pair of tympanum on the first segment. In the first abdominal segment, see here a pair of tympanum also there. Tympanum, it is a auditory or sound hearing organ in insect. Abdominal appendages. In adult insect, abdominal appendages include genital organ and cerci. Cerci is present in last abdominal segment. It serves as a sensory organ. On 8th and 9th abdominal segment, female genital structures are there. In case of male, on the 9th abdominal segment, male genital structure will be there. What is the main role of abdomen? The abdomen is mainly concerned with reproduction and metabolism. See here clearly the spiracle in grasshopper. These are the respiratory opening present on the lateral side of insect body. Thank you. In this session, we will see abdominal appendages in wingless insects, immature winged insects, and adult insects. Appendages mean that are the part attached to the main body. See here list of appendages. Here abdominal appendages in a wingless insect includes styli, colophore or ventral tube or glue peg are present on the first abdominal segment of columbola. Retinaculum or tenaculum or catch present on the third abdominal segment of columbola. Furcula or furca is there on the fourth abdominal segment of the columbola. So all these are the abdominal appendages in wingless insect, and these are generally pregenital in their nature, present in front of the genital organ. See here list of abdominal appendages in immature stages of winged insects. These are the abdominal appendages in immature stages of winged insects. They are anal papillae is present in mosquito larva. Tracheal gill is there in needs of Odonata and Ephemeroptera. Dolichoster is there in antlion grub. Proleg is there in caterpillars, looper and semilooper. See here the list of abdominal appendages in winged adult insects. They include cornicles in aphids, caudal breathing tube in water scorpion, Cerci in so many insects, median caudal filament in silverfish, pygostyle in squalid wasp, anal style in male cockroach, ovipositor in various insects, male genitalia organ in male insects. So, this slide includes the list of abdominal appendages. In coming slide, we will discuss all these abdominal appendages in detail along with images. First of all, we will discuss about abdominal appendages in wingless insects. In wingless insect, abdominal appendages are generally pregenital, mean before the genital segment in their position, and they may serve various specialized functions. See here, first abdominal appendage in wingless insect, that is styli. Styli, it is found in silverfish. Silverfish belong to the order Thysanura. The styli are located on the ventral side of the abdomen. See here, these are the styli. Styli are paired, tube-like or peg-like outgrowth present on the ventral surface of the abdomen. They are believed to be reduced abdominal legs. Functionally, they help in locomotion and stability during the movement. Coming to the next abdominal appendage in wingless insect is the colophore or ventral tube or glue peg. It is found in Columbola insects, that is in springtail. Colophore is located on the ventral side of the first abdominal segment. See here this a red colored appendage. So it is a cylindrical structure that extended outward by the hydrostatic pressure of hemolymph. This colophore serves as an organ of adhesion, allowing the insect to stick to the surface. It also aids in water absorption from the substrate, may also play important role in respiration. So colophore is present on the ventral side of the first abdominal segment in springtail. Next appendage is retinaculum or tenaculum or catch. It is also there in Columbola springtails. It is there on the ventral side of the third abdominal segment. See this one. It acts as a hook-like structure. It holds the furcula, that is springing organ, in a locked position when it is not in the use. And it prevents unintentional release of the jumping mechanism. The next appendage is furcula or furca. It is also there in columbolan springtails. It is located on the ventral side of the fourth abdominal segment. This is a Y-shaped forked appendage. It is kept in a tensioned position, meaning held tightly under pressure under the body by the retinaculum. When released, it strikes against the substratum and propel the insect into the air, allowing the insect to jump. It is a unique locomotory adaptation is there in columbolan springtail. So next come to abdominal appendages in immature stages of winged insects. Immature stages mean in the larvae of winged insects. In the immature or larval or nymphal stages of winged insect, several abdominal appendages develop to help in respiration, locomotion, or physiological regulation. The structure are not found in the adult stage but are crucial for the larval or nymphal survival and development. See the first appendage, that is anal papillae. It is there in larvae of mosquito, that is in regular anal papillae are there around the anal region. See its structure and function. Typically, four finger-like projection are found surrounding to the anal region is the anal papillae. They are involved in osmoregulation, particularly in the regulation of the salt and ion in an aquatic environment. Next, abdominal appendages in immature stage of winged insect is a tracheal gill. These tracheal gills are there in needs of Odonata and Ephemeroptera. Tracheal gills are lateral or terminal outgrowth of the body wall that is richly supplied with the trachea. See, and these are the lateral extension of the body wall. There is nothing but gills which are supplied with the trachea. They help in extracting dissolved oxygen from the water. So the types of tracheal gills. Lateral gills are there in mayfly needs. Caudal gills are there in damselfly needs. A rectal gill is there in dragonfly needs. Next, dolicaster. Dolicaster are the abdominal appendages found in the grub of antlion. See here. Dolicaster are segmental protuberance found on the abdomen of antlion grub. Each dolicaster is fringed with setae, that is hair-like structure. The dolicaster assist in sensing the surrounding environment or aid in movement through the soil or substrate. Next abdominal appendage in immature stage is the prolegs. Prolegs are found in caterpillars, loopers, semiloopers, that is larvae of moths, butterfly and sawflies. See, all these are the prolegs. The abdominal legs are also known as prolegs or pseudolegs. They are generally unsegmented, fleshy and thick appendages, normally present 3 to 5 pair on the abdominal segment. The tip of the proleg is known as planta, and this planta bears crotchets, that is tiny hooks. This crotchet helps the larvae in crawling and gripping the surface effectively. Now we will see about abdominal appendages in winged adult insects. Abdominal appendages in adult insect play diverse roles such as in production, respiration, reproduction, sensory perception and defense. See, one of the abdominal appendage in winged adult insect is the cornicle. Cornicles are also known as siphonculi, a pair of short tubular projections located on the fifth or sixth abdominal segment in aphids. They secrete a waxy defensive fluid that deters the predators. Next, caudal breathing tube is there in water scorpion. See, this is the caudal breathing tube. It consisting of two grooved filaments that come together to form a hollow tube at the apex of the abdomen. The function of caudal breathing tube include or allow the insect to breathe while they are submerged, functioning like a snorkel. Next, Cerci. Cerci is located on the 11th abdominal segment. See here, this is the cerci, this is the cerci. Mainly sensory in nature, though they may serve other purposes such as defense, mating, or grooming, depending on the species to species. See here types and example of various kind of cerci. Sclerotized or forceps-like cerci is there in earwig. Long and many segmented cerci is there in mayfly. Long and unsegmented cerci is there in cricket. Short and many segmented cerci is there in cockroach. Short and unsegmented cerci is there in grasshopper. And asymmetrical cerci is there in male Embiopteran, that is in web spinner. Next, abdominal appendage in winged insect is the median caudal filament. See, this is the median caudal filament found in silverfish and mayfly. It is the elongated epiproct forming a central filament between the cerci. It is also function as a sensory structure. See, this is a pair of cerci present on either side of median caudal filament. Median caudal filament found in silverfish and mayfly. It is the elongated epiproct forming a central filament between the cerci. It also functions as a sensory structure just like cerci. Next appendage is pygostyles present in squalid wasp. A paired unsegmented cerci-like projection at the end of the abdomen in squalid wasp is the pygostyles. They are there in the squalid wasp hymenopteran insect. They likely involved in mating or in oviposition support. Anal styli is there in male cockroach. See here, These are the anal styli, a pair of anal styli found at the terminal end of the abdomen. They are the short, unsegmented paired structure, help in holding the female during the process of copulation. Ovipositor, an egg-laying organ found in female insect, is the ovipositor. This is highly modified based on the insect's ecology. We can see long and sword-like ovipositor in katydid and in long-horned grasshopper. Needle-like ovipositor is seen in cricket. Sting-like ovipositor is there in honeybees. It also functions as a sting for defense. Next appendage is pseudo-ovipositor. This is there in fruit fly and housefly. See, this is the pseudo-ovipositor. This is also pseudo-ovipositor in housefly. In fruit fly, the sharp pointed terminal abdomen pierces the fruit skin and in that they lay eggs. In houseflies, the telescopic last abdominal segment help in oviposition. So they are performing function of ovipositor, but there is no special kind of ovipositor there in them. That's why the name pseudo-ovipositor. In housefly, we called the pseudo-ovipositor as ovitubes or oviscapt. Male genitalia, external reproductive organ located on the 9th abdominal segment in male insect. In most insects used for mating and sperm transfer, but one unique case is there. In damselfly and dragonfly, the functional copulatory organ is there on the ventral side of the second abdominal segment. In almost all insects, that is there on the 9th abdominal segment, but in case of damselfly and dragonfly, it is there on the ventral side of the second abdominal segment. Modification in abdominal segment, that is segmental reduction and fusions. In springtail, that is in Columbola, only 6 visible abdominal segments are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In housefly, Musca domestica, only segment 2 to 5 are visible. The remaining 6 to 9 segments are telescoped internally. In case of ants, bees, wasp, the first abdominal segment which is fused with the metathorax is known as propodium. Second segment becomes the petiole, a narrow waist-like structure. Remaining all abdominal segment commonly known as gaster, propodium, petiole and gaster. Thank you. See the summary of all the abdominal appendages in insect. Abdominal appendages in insect Abdominal appendages in wingless insect. They are styli is there in silverfish, colophore, retinaculum, furcula. All these three are there in springtail. Abdominal appendages in immature stage or larval stage of winged insects include anal papillae in mosquito larvae, tracheal gills in needs of Odonata and Ephemeroptera, dolichostes in antler and grubs, prolegs in caterpillars, loopers and semiloopers. Abdominal appendages in winged adults includes cornicles in aphids, caudal breathing tube in water scorpion, sclerotized or forceps-like cerci in airwig, long and many segmented cerci in mayfly, long and unsegmented cerci in cricket, short and many segmented cerci in cockroach, short and unsegmented cerci in grasshopper, asymmetrical cerci in male embids, median caudal filament in silverfish, pygostyle in squalid wasp, anal style in male cockroach, long and sword-like ovipositor in katydid and longhorn grasshopper, needle-like ovipositor in cricket, sting-like ovipositor in worker honeybees, pseudo-ovipositor is there in fruit fly and housefly, male genital organ is there in male insects. Thank you all.